Tonight, two titans collide. For the winner, a preliminary final date with the Swans. For the loser, it's all over. The stakes don't get much higher than this. Two teams with premiership aspirations, and only one will survive. They have finals history, these two. They've gone the distance before. And earlier this year, they produced one of the games of the season. We began 2012 with 18 teams. Come 10:30 tonight, we'll be down to just 4. Collingwood versus the West Coast Eagles in a sudden death knockout semi-final. This is the Toyota Hilux Finals Countdown.
With the clearance, had the ability to put it inside forward 50, just couldn't hit the target, but Butler may well have to come around and man Didak up if he does that again.
How are you seeing this early stoppage work, Lingy?
Well, terrific grab there by Cracker. I'll let you have this one, BT, as this goes forward.
Okay, we'll come back to you in just a moment. Here goes Cracker to Cloak. Cloak with the hands out front, couldn't hold it. Butler, spinning ball, just got the handball away. Lynch was real fast with the hands as well to Shuey, but lots of Collingwood numbers around. Johnson picks it up from 50. A vacant goal square. Getting back first will be Hearn. Pursued by Goldsack. Silly to keep it alive. Swan had a kick out of the air and missed it. Picked up by Goldsack. Played at Cracker. Cracker on the right. Brings it back on the left. Boy, was that silly.
They paid the goal immediately. Now, interested to see if that's gone over the line.
Oh,
and
Miles
it clearly has.
Now,
hang on,
the umpires are having a look at it.
The umpires have gone upstairs. Now, you're telling me that the umpires' advisors don't communicate with umpires. You've got to be kidding, because there's no doubt. Now, was all of the ball over the line?
Well, I don't think you can conclusively say it was. It's
Piece of paper in it, isn't it?
Inconclusive, I reckon.
Out nearest boundary, said the whole ball didn't cross the
From
line.
that angle, the line, the video review umpire up there, he's saying, unless he has seen an angle that we haven't seen,
You have to conclusively be able to say 100%.
to just trap West Coast in this part of the ground.
Swan bursting out. Didak. Dawes trying to keep it rolling in the Didak direction. Marston, a bit of a no-look handball. Ends with Harry O'Brien. He gets a really good look. Off a step. I think he's got it. He has. Collingwood get there first. Harry O'Brien's third goal for the season.
Yeah, it was great work by Harry O'Brien. They forced the turnover, then they got the ball in, forced a stoppage. And it was a long shot at goal.
And you can get lazy sometimes. You think, well, Cloak's going to make the distance. Good chance to have a breather. Dean Cox never does, and that's why he's been one of the great players of the
Last 5 minutes has been played at the Collingwood end. Blair goes sideways with a kick. Able to pick it up to Brown. He's a left-footed. Johnson gets onto that left foot now. Left foot high to the top of the square. Dawes was being held perhaps, and Pendlebury has taken the mark.
Yeah, brilliantly played from Scotty Pendlebury, and great to see this gun Collingwood midfield taking a bit more ownership. There is the tackle that sets it up from Ben Reid. Brilliant effort. And I think Pendlebury's taking it on his own. They need to kick some midfield goals tonight if they are to win this game.
At least Chris Dawes occupies Darren Glass there, and it gives Pendlebury a chance to come across the front and mark the footy.
Directly in front to get it back to a 10-point ball game. Pendlebury, just nice and easy, kicks the goal for Collingwood. See Pendlebury with the early lead there, went back, had another go, saw the battle with Dawes, drops in front, very nice work. Centred by Beams, finds Didak, who's been incredibly lively in this first quarter, around the corner with a good kick to Jolly.
This is what I love about Darren Jolly, is that not only is he up for the challenge and he's a tough enough competitor to try and take on Naitanui and Cox, he's going to ask them.
Jolly with a big kick. Half a minute remaining. Kick on the way, looks good. Collingwood peg another one back.
He's a good player, Darren Jolly. Never going to get 25 possessions and run around the way Dean Cox does, but he's just as valuable. And as I said, to take the initiative away from Naitanui and Cox and say, all right, at some point you've got to run and try and pick up me as a forward, and that's a big win there for Darren Jolly.
Now, man, Lingy, you had a look at this match-up early, 1 goal each now.
Yeah, it's absolutely. I'll tell you what, Brad Ottens, my former teammate, said that Darren Jolly is the hardest player he ever played against. So strong.
I'll be really enjoying this Collingwood. Repeat inside 50s and time spent the forward half of the ground, just grinding them down.
Swan. And I think he might get a free for too high here. He has. Going down, hit him high.
G did this well at the stoppage. He pushed Critters in, who's one of the best clearance players in the AFL. He pushed him right in under the ball, won the clearance, drew the free kick.
Probably a trip before the high contact anyway. So Swan this time from just 25 metres out directly in front to make it a 3-point ball game. There is the situation. He makes no mistake, and Collingwood have recovered. Got some numbers here, although Brown used the body well. And Brian was able to pick it up, take it away, and gee, how can that be 15?
Now that's a better ball. The one we've been speaking about in the first half, it just breaks the whole game open.
Swan for Solo, good overhead.
G's got good hands for a small to medium forward for Solo.
I reckon he can kick this.
He has.
He's got the fat side open.
Thomas is there on that fat side, Richo.
To identify that Thomas had Naitanui running back on him. He did a good job to try and cover off Thomas Naitanui, but he didn't have the agility there. Look at Thomas, just doubles back into space. The big fella got a little bit lost trying to defend that then.
So Thomas, from 35 metres out, he's a right to left worker of the ball. In he comes. Kick on the way. Collingwood fans like it.
When you see an option in the middle of the ground, take a risk and we'll kick more goals.
Only led in the first minute of the game. Other than that, Collingwood have been behind. Pendlebury out of the middle with some wizardry work. Goes short for Solo on the hands this time. Couldn't get hold of it. Goldsack. Knock out to Thomas. Thomas around the corner, kicks the goal. Collingwood are in front. Thomas has kicked his second in a row.
And it came on the back of a clearance. Darren Jolly, listen to the crowd, get involved here at the MCG. The Collingwood Army come to light. Darren Jolly's been sensational, completed superbly. How about Pendlebury? We just spoke about his ability in traffic to carve his way through. And I love the contest that was created there by Goldsack. And Dale Thomas, as I said, didn't kick the goal for 5 weeks. He's got 2 in 10 seconds.
Yeah, and you'll see it here. You'll see Dale Thomas and his direct opponent Embley, top of the screen there, coming from the wing. Just better work rate from Daisy Thomas. Got down there, created something out of nothing, but that was a goal.
Daisy Thomas tried to move him off the footy, but was just powerful enough to hold his ground and save the goal.
Gee, Gaff was slow getting rid of that. And Wellingham with a run-down tackle. And Cloak with the mark. Too far out to score, I would have thought. That's Buddy Range from there. High ball, top of the line. Thomas has got himself a free. Dale Thomas has a chance to kick Collingwood's and his 3rd consecutive goal.
Quick ball movement, great defensive forward pressure from Wellingham. Now he jumped up, got it moving to Cloak. Thomas gets a one-on-one and he's going to kick 3 goals inside the first 7 minutes of the 3rd term, having not kicked one for 5 weeks.
3 goals in 7 minutes for Thomas and Collingwood. They lead by 8. Sees them, Das. Right where the 50-metre line intersects the boundary. Told to play on. That's a good thumping ball. I tell you what, that's not touched. It's a goal. Blair gets it. Collingwood behind unfairly, says the umpire. Now West Coast out of defence. That kick is horrible from Beams. Beams sees Goldsack. Goldsack will mark directly in front of goal.
Oh, Andrew Embley, look at John Worsthorpe with his hands in his head. He just can't believe. That is just a meltdown. Shaw went up without acceptances, and it was Embley who ran through, and he's just had a brain fade. It's like he stubbed his foot, bursting out of defence. Beams picks it up, kicks back inside 50. And
Tyson Goldsack missed a couple early. In he comes. That looks very, very good. Collingwood back in front.
And this is West Coast trying to take the game on through the corridor with Embley, and hard to explain what happened there. Might have stubbed his toe in the ground.
What a game of finals football we're seeing here. Beans from 50, a long ball. Clough couldn't get it. McKenzie didn't concede. Cracker picks it up, put it over the head. Swan drops the mark, recovers the ball, turns around and kicks the goal. Collingwood have kicked it. They lead by 10. Cracker with a centering ball.
Just that ability of Andy Cracker to kick in such a quick space of time. It's a one kick grab, same motion, centering ball. Dane Swan now has got a couple. Dale Thomas.
Well done. Just a really brave win by the Collingwood Footy Club tonight.
Yeah, mate, obviously it's been a tough week. Personally, we lost a great mate during the week, and I feel for his family, and I just wish them all the best in what would be a tough one for them. But with Joe Mack was someone we respected a lot, and I went through a lot with, so he's going to be missed.
Mate, I don't want to hold you too much because I know you're quite emotional about it all, but the effort was a really high, intense, quality game of footy. It's got to give you guys a lot of confidence going forward in this final series.
Yeah, look, mate, we knew it was going to be hard. Finals footy isn't easy, and they served it up to us tonight, and we matched them, and that's what we set out to do. And we got a massive challenge next week in Sydney, but it's one all the boys looking forward to, and tonight we can take some real confidence from it.
Well done, mate. Really appreciate your time.
He mentioned next week against Sydney, the Pies have won the past 7 against Sydney at ANZ Stadium.
Yeah, what a performance it is. You can see right at the top of everyone's mind, as you would, the tragic passing of John McCarthy, and his closest mates in life are amongst the group of players here on the field. And a lot written during the week. There is no understanding of how you deal with that sort of loss, and they've done it in their own way. And it means a lot to come out and pay tribute to a great mate tonight, and well done to the Collingwood Football Club. And there it is, summed up tonight. Lots of thoughts with the McCarthy family.
Yes.
And to his great friends, Dave Beams included.
His parents, Kath and Shane. Let's get back down to Lingy.
Well, Reedy, the group just spoke then. You don't have to go into what was said there, but it seems like just a really emotional, really great quality win for the Collingwood Footy Club again.
It was, mate. We had a pretty tough week. Joe Mack passed away is one of the worst things people like to deal with, and condolence go to him and his family. And we're happy to do it for him tonight.
The West Coast forward line was always going to be a big challenge. A lot's been spoken about their big forwards. Yourself and the other Collingwood defenders were just magnificent tonight.
Yeah, that's it. We played as a back six tonight, and we worked together, which is what we need to do every week. And we've been doing it okay. It's just little lapses here and there been costing us.
And bring on Sydney.
Yeah, bloody oath, mate. Should be good. And hopefully we get the points.
Well done, mate. Great stuff. Yeah, great stuff.
So Cameron Ling down there. The Eagles not scoring Darce in the last 24 minutes of that game. Collingwood kicking 2 goals from the 8-minute mark on to secure a 13-point victory that puts them into a prelim final. John Worsfold done great things with the Eagles this year, but they're not going to finish in the last 4.
Yeah, he has indeed, John Worsfold. It was only a couple of years ago they were bottom of the ladder. To rebuild, they're going to be a very powerful side. A lot of their key forward players not really playing for a big chunk of the year. They'll get better and better, but all the focus now on Collingwood. And what a massive week for this football club. They've stood up under great duress. They've had scenes